Hello, Destroyer of Worlds here. Today we are soloing the Ruins boss. And this is the boss weapon that drops from him. It's a lance spear that I use. Does explosion damage. Very, very powerful boss weapon. Probably the most plausible boss weapon to go for first because it's so easy to use. Explosion damage, throwing weapon. Very, very nice. Again, Ruins boss. It's not too many tricks on this guy, but we will get into what I do know and a couple of tips here. Again, you always want to use a throwing weapon. Throwing is the way you want to go. Again, this boss, he also likes to jump away from you, so you need that range so you can hit him. And against any boss, of course, you need your shield because they're always attacking you, always attacking you. Keep your shield, 4-star shield. Get that 100% reflect damage, yellow ability, the legendary ability, and hopefully, ideally, the other two purple abilities 100 reflect, totaling 400 reflect. Absolute perfect shield that you can get to protect you from all that damage. Let's get right into it. Going to drop down here. Before we drop down, so the best tips I know, gonna say them right now, right away, and let's do a first person. Looking down here, when he goes into the second phase and he turns into the eyeball, he teleports to the side. What you want to do is you're looking towards the boss, you sidestep to the right and dash through his beam. So let me just get here. So you're looking at me. There we go. I'm looking at the boss. He does his beam that goes clockwise around the map. What I do is sidestep to the right and dash, dash, dash. So you can dash through his beam and you don't take the damage rather than stand behind a pillar. So normally other people will see the pillars. You can stand behind the pillar and it protects you from his beam damage. But the problem is sometimes there's no pillars near you, so you always got to run halfway across the board to hopefully get behind a pillar to protect you from his beam damage quick enough. But it's not what you want to do. You always want to go for the dash. Dash through his beam. He does no damage. Let's see, flip it around here. Again, one more thing to note. When he flies into that final stage, he flies up into the air and he does his destruction thing. So normally what you would do there is he drops, I believe it's 3 pillars, and inside one of them is the chains. What you're supposed to do is he flies up into the air and you climb up and hold yourself up on a chain to protect you from the damage. He shoots the little ball towards the ground that explodes, and it a lot of times will one-shot a lot of people. But if you're holding onto the chains, then you don't take any damage. I'm going to show you here, though, is there's other options. If you notice, coming off the edge of the map here is these little ledges off to the side. Instead of climbing the chains, you can just stand on one of these little ledges and you take less damage. And also, what you do at that point is when the ball is about to come down, you can also just eat a blue defense fruit and also drop a green potion on yourself to also help you protect you through what damage it does actually do to you. But that's probably the easier option instead of climbing the chains. And also from here, you can still keep attacking them with ranged weapons. So again, I don't have boss weapons. What weapon should I use on this boss? My biggest suggestion is again, need that shield if you're soloing, and the lance from the library, 4-star lance from the library. And the reason why I say this again, like in the others, is I don't have that. I was running with Suncore before. It's slower, at least for me anyways, it's slower to grab the weapon from your side and throw it like Suncore, constantly throwing Suncore. It's a whole lot faster to throw a lance from your back. Lance, boom, I can get like 3 or 4 attacks off rather than 1 attack from my Suncore. So it's called Holy Dawn. It's a 4-star lance dropped from library. Holy Dawn lance from library and your shield. That's what you want to use if you don't have boss weapons, in my opinion. And that's about it. We're gonna drop down here and start this off. Boom. Here we go. So this boss here, Hopefully you can see me. Got my shield up. It's all about distance. See, he likes to teleport away. I'm standing at this perfect distance that, okay, he does a beam, you just sidestep to the side. Perfect distance that I keep attacking him, and he wants to either come in and attack me, or he wants to teleport away from me. Grab an apple here. Now he's finally attacking me. So his attacks do almost nothing to me because I have this shield that's reflected 100 damage, but I'm just far enough to stay away from his AoE attacks, area attacks. It's this perfect distance from the boss is what you're looking for. Not too far, not too close. When he dashes away from you, you should dash towards him to get that perfect distance back. He dashed away, I dash forward because I don't want him to do these super attacks that he only does when he's super far away, or if he's right on top of me, it's okay because I have my shield. Go, just sidestep, and you can dash to the side to avoid those. See, now he's super far, but so he gets this lunge attack that does massive damage, but he wouldn't do that if I'm right at this distance. So you want to keep that distance. He goes into the eyeball. Same thing, you just... Now here it's very important you don't stand in these little beams, of course. If you hit that eyeball in the center, you do more damage to him. Here we're just gonna push him up to where he teleports. And here he is. Look towards the boss and sidestep dash to the right. Sidestep dash, and I take no damage. So here again, range. Here it is again. Sidestep dash. Took no damage. And again, you want to get as many attacks on the boss as you can. So you actually want to go towards the boss so I can get faster attacks if you're using a spear. We want to push him up to where he does his little thing. Here he goes. I'm going to get to the side. Take my green potion. Defense fruit. I didn't have either, but just going to stand here and live through the damage. Look, I didn't even take anything and it barely did any damage to me. And that was without taking a potion or defense fruit. You can easily just stand on the edge. Whole lot easier than running to the chains, climbing on the chains. Don't need to do all that. Just stay along the side and finish him off there. That's all there is to this boss. That's it. Don't worry about the pillars. Get my camera going in here again. You can see me. Again, don't worry about running to the pillars. Don't worry about climbing the chain. Just look around where the beams are. Try to take your time. Probably one of the number one killers that people kind of just get freaked out, you know, and all those little lasers throughout the board appear and they're just, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Just take your time. He's usually not attacking you right away, so see where those beams are at and stay out of the beams. And really that's all there is to this boss. Again, the Holy Dawn from library, if you don't have boss weapons, I'd say in a shield, that's the way to go. On that Holy Dawn, what you would want, of course, is the throwing damage, percentage throwing damage. Some of those weapons, they give you like, you know, refresh them, the rerolls, and you get like +4 or +8 weapon damage. No. You always want percentage because percentage is multiplying the damage it already does. So say you have a +8 on a weapon. Yeah, I have +8 every time I hit, but if I'm already doing 60 damage and every single hit, which is throwing times 40% damage or times 80% damage, 50 times 80 is a whole lot more than just if I have a +8 and I'm only doing 58 damage. Think of it, 58 damage, 58 damage. You're starting at 50, right? 50 + 8. Instead of that, I have times 40, 50 times 40, 50 times 40, 50 times. You're doing massive amount of damage compared to just the plus weapon damage. That's the way to go. Again, I'm Destroyer of Worlds. Have fun.